Vic, Justin, all of you actually, first time you played the All Blacks. So in the back of my mind, I asked this question. I've got a Sacha, I've got Aphelele Fassi. What was it like for you? You know, I mean, the biggest game of your life. Message to those kids. How do they approach come Saturday? They've played a few test matches, but this is a big one at Ellis Park. What was it like for you first time facing the All Blacks?
Yeah, well, I'll get goosebumps just thinking about it. In Cape Town, facing the haka for the first time, standing there, thinking, this is what you lived for your whole life. This is what you wanted to experience. Being there, standing there, looking at these guys, doing the haka, and then go out and, like Justin said, being tested against the best. That's what you're going to be, that's what you're getting in that 80 minutes. And I think both of these guys, and that's why it's nice, they go into this game with a lot of confidence. And with players around them that's won World Cups, there's a positive vibe in this whole team. Everyone knows exactly what's expected of them. It's not going in there, you've just lost against Wales or one of these teams. Now you have to pick yourself up. Now you're playing the All Blacks. There's new kids standing next to you. I mean, we went into 2003. I think the most capped guy there was 15 test matches or something. He took US down. I mean, now you're in trouble because that's the All Blacks you're facing. They've got guys around them that can calm them down. Damien de Allende at 12 next to Sacha. The two wingers already experienced with Fassi. So I think they've got the right guys around them to keep them calm, and they just need to focus on their roles. They've got a job to do. Just go do your own job, and all the other guys will do what they need to do.
Jono, let me bring you in here. You know, from a South African point of view, I mean, you experienced, you were captain of the Sevens. You were part of the group that started dominating that Sevens circuit. What was it like facing the All Blacks even in Sevens? Under 20s, I mean...
Yeah. Look, again, I think the biggest thing was if you don't get on top of the All Blacks early, that's going to be a long day. But when I say early, you got to be early and sustain it for the 87 or however long it actually takes you. Because the one thing about the All Black culture is that they won't go away just because you're there or we're running onto the field. You know, I remember in 2012 when we was the first time we won with the junior box, obviously being manager, a lot of these guys played. Cody Taylor played, Barrett's played. You know, and the one thing, our biggest thing was get on top of them and stay on top of them for as long as you can. Because it's almost two heavyweight boxers going at each other, and you kind of getting an uppercut, but the one just doesn't knock him out. You know, so you got to almost wait till he turns his back, and then you hit him with another uppercut. You know, and that's
or jump on his back and choke.
Or jump on his back, you know. So the biggest thing is you have to get on top of them and stay on top of them and not give any soft moments. Because, again, we've seen numerous tests, the test at F&B, where John Smith unfortunately missed on the cover, Nono going around him. You know, those were moments where, again, we were in charge, but that one moment, you know, it just wasn't good enough.
For a fly-off, test level, Sacha, what you've seen so far, Marshy, has he got it?
Oh, yeah. I've been super impressed with his composure. Like, it's very easy. I don't mean it because I did in an easy way, because I didn't have it. This is to have all the skills in the world, you know, because some players do, and he's absolutely got that. But they're not relevant when you're in that jersey if you can't equally stay composed and control a game. Yeah. And he's done that with great maturity, and that's not easy. Like, particularly when you're playing for your jersey to a degree as well. At least, yes, you're playing for the team, but when you got Honde Pollard breathing down your neck, who you very well know can go on and perform at that level. Historically, he's been sensational. Then that adds its own element of pressure as well. No doubt that this is a different level than what he's experienced before, Sacha, but everything that I've seen, he looks unflappable. He looks like he's really well composed. It can't be any coincidence he's got good, experienced players around him. Yeah. That has to help, doesn't it? Like the fact that you're in that General's jersey, but you've got players around you that have been in this type of environment before, look like they're really nurturing and helping him as well.
Guys, you bring Honde Pollard, and we know Rassie is not an easy book to read. Could Rassie turn around and say to Sacha, do whatever you want to do, Honde will back you if it doesn't work out? That's the kind of typical thing I'd expect from a Rassie. To say to Sacha, hey, have a go, but don't stress. If it doesn't work out, Pollard will help you out. I think he's the kind of guy who will say that.
Yeah, well, he can very well do that, couldn't he? And I feel that in itself would probably release a little bit of the pressure. But it must be reassuring for Sacha knowing that Honde's there as well, should he be needed. but he won't want to think about that.
No.
He'll know he's got that jersey, and he's earned it.
Yeah.
You know, and earning it against one of the world's best fly halves, and having him sitting behind you on the bench must give you good confidence as well as a player to go, you know what, I've got this.
And I think the biggest plus is having 100 there in the week.
Yeah.
Being in his ear while he's doing certain moves, coming up to him and say, listen, have a look at this, have a look at that. That's how you get better. And I saw a photo, I think it was after the Brisbane test, where Andre stood with them and they were swapping jerseys, and it really looked good. And that's what you need. If you want to have a squad that's successful for a long time, you have to think about that. And that's something I'm starting to see within the squad, is where Andre is proud that Sacha is doing well, because there's probably a lot of work coming from Andre's side. Justin, you know, man. The most coaching you get is from other players. Yes, there's coaches, and I think Rusty is a bit different because he's an old player, but I mean, most of the coaching and most of the little detail you see is from those senior guys within your squad, just saying something little in your ears. Coaches don't even have to hear that. Just look at this, look at that. Why did you do that? Maybe this would have been better. And that helps a lot.
And Justin, I mean, as South Africans, this could be a golden era. We've had some great teams, 09, there's a bit of experience here, and we've seen this group for the last couple of years. So we actually inexperienced in this space as South African rugby players. We need to be honest with that. On the other hand, the All Blacks have been at it before, where as a senior player, you got to transfer that information. How easy, how tough is it? You think, oh, maybe he's just got it too easy. I worked too hard. How tough is it for that senior player? Or how easy is it to say, hey, come along, I'll show you the ropes?
Well, if I was speaking from my perspective personally, I didn't find it that easy. Because you know that player ultimately is after your jersey. And if the team functions well and that person functions well, then you'll all of a sudden find yourself in a different role. But I think the way that the game has evolved since I played in particular, it is more about that 23 and like the Springboks have been innovative with their bomb squad. That those players are as much as a starting 15 as what they are coming off the bench. So I think that dynamic's certainly changed. But any experienced player will tell you, these gentlemen will tell you as well, you still want to play. That's why you play the game. You know, you want to run out in that jersey and start the game. You know, be part of it right from the first whistle, not the 60 or 70th minute. So, but that's good because that's self-motivating. You know, that keeps driving those experienced players because they want to be part of it and they know that they've got competitiveness within the squad. But the really, really world-class ones, that's why they continue to keep their spots.